What's good, y'all? I'm Sanai Blue.
And I'm actually Nicole. And we are
Like a TV. Alright, so boom, y'all, before we even get into it.
What? Oh my goodness.
Let's hear it for the let's hear it for the brain.
She is crazy.
Lane. Big shout out to Ash. You heard? She laced these.
Oh my god.
She laced these. Ah!
She's crazy.
All right, y'all. So today we are doing what feels illegal but isn't. Part 2. Part 2.
Oh my goodness.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's get into it. All right, y'all. The first one. Turning on the car light inside.
I thought that was illegal.
I
don't know.
I think parents told us that as a myth because I read that somewhere that it's not really illegal.
The lies, like, come on. For what? Like, what is the real reason here? All right, y'all. The next one says, going to a doctor with chronic pain, trying to get some pain meds.
I can see how that feels illegal because, you know, they be thinking like people trying to get.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people, they be
You
doing
can easily get like addicted to it.
very easy. I understand.
That Saved by the Butt episode?
Yes.
Exactly. All right, y'all, the next one. Wearing shoes but no pants. Why you don't got no pants on?
Yeah, I was to say, where's your pants?
Where's your pants?
Unless it's like an instance where you have on, I don't know, flip-flops and a bathing suit.
Nah, they didn't say that. They said no pants.
It's like,
why you got no
no,
pants?
I'm saying unless it's like something along those lines. Where your pants at? Oh my god. The next one says, going to a birthday party without bringing a gift.
That is illegal and disrespectful.
It's highly
You
disrespectful.
don't go nowhere empty-handed.
Them folks worked hard to put that party together to celebrate their child, whoever, and you show up with no gift, but you want to eat. You show up with no gift, but you want to bring food home too.
Mm-hmm.
You show up with no gift, but you want free liquor.
Preach. You know what we call that? A mooch.
Mooch.
Mooch. All right, y'all, the next one. Holding eye contact with a stranger.
Yeah, that feels illegal. I don't like when people stare at me too long. Were we not just talking about this?
We were talking about this.
We was definitely just talking about this. Like, I understand a quick glance, but like, you stare at me too long, it's like, okay, say something.
Are you trying to rob me? Are you planning to attack me?
And the next one. It says, having a different opinion than everyone else. No, I don't feel like that's illegal. It all depends on the opinion, too.
It may feel like you being jumped, but I don't think it feels illegal.
Yeah, I don't think that. That's excessive.
It's like that Spider-Man meme. All right, y'all, the next one. Eating a burrito while sitting on the toilet. And yes, I've done this, but only once. No food should touch bathroom air.
Why?
There's no reason I could think of to where somebody just has to eat in the bathroom.
It will never, ever in life be that serious for me. Never.
You gonna let your doodle particles touch your food?
It's already in the air. All right, child. The next one is, this one is a long one. Getting pregnant and having a child. They just let you take an entirely new human home from the hospital without any supervision. You can even skip the hospital and have the baby entirely at home. I need a license to operate a car. We can just make people anytime I want. This is something.
When you put it that way, it's like,
it is true.
You need,
but
that's what I could just have people.
And then it's like, all right, 2 days later, yep, and you're going home.
I could create a whole angry mob of people, but I need a license to operate a vehicle.
Yes, but not to operate someone's life.
You know how few people would be in the world if people needed a license to be a parent?
Ooh, good grief. Some people need it.
Oh, rent would be so low. Like, yo!
She's funny.
You hear that? Whatever. Alright, the next one. I'm Hispanic.
What? Wow. I have no words. Nothing. And the next one is smoking a joint on a military base.
Well, soldier.
What is wrong with you? Like, you're not even supposed to be smoking marijuana on day. Are you a soldier or a civilian? Either way, it just feels wrong as hell.
I am both.
Oh, please.
I'm not both.
No.
I'm a military spouse. Am I not both?
No, you are not both because you're not a soldier.
I'm a soldier by marriage.
God.
All my spouses out there can relate.
No.
Give me some.
Please do not encourage them.
Encourage him.
No.
Let's go.
No. No. Because some of them really think they're enlisted. Guess what? You're not. No.
We still matter.
And the next one is marrying your cousin. That's disgusting. Disgusting.
Something's telling me that came from the South.
That's exactly what this sounds like.
All right, y'all. The next one. Mandatory overtime. Ooh. I'm actually grateful to say I've never had a job that had mandatory overtime.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I have. I had an interview for a job and it was like, are you okay with mandated overtime? So I was like, I knew what it meant, but I was like, what do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
We tell each, I do security, you know. So they were saying they told each guard like, oh, they had to do 1 day of like mandated overtime. It was like mandatory. So I'm like, okay. And this site was a museum. So I'm like, no, it's okay. Thank you.
Not a museum. Wow.
I have a 40-hour schedule and then you're mandating me to... No. You want all of my time and I just can't give you that.
Yes. That's exactly what they want. The next one says, using a fake name or alias when checking into a hotel.
Isn't that illegal?
I don't know.
You know, we should do it and see. No, because if it is, and then a cop show up...
We should just Google it. I think it depends on the state. I don't know.
Let's Google it and see. I was going to say, let's do it for ourselves and see. But
she's crazy.
You know, we black, so even if it's not illegal, don't make it... Yeah, we're going to jail regardless. Use a fake name. Oh, in the U.S., it's not illegal.
That just
and it is rather
illegal.
common for celebrities to do this. You simply call the hotel in question, make a reservation under one name, and ask that your name only be used on the billing. Okay. Cool.
Crazy.
So I can check in and say I'm Beyonce.
Yes.
Noted. All right, y'all, the next one. Having sex with a cop.
I don't understand.
I mean, unless you're under arrest and then they're exchanging the sex for your freedom.
That's different.
Unless you're like role playing with the handcuffs he's supposed to be arresting criminals with. I'm just saying. I mean,
that's a possibility too.
If I was a cop, I can't even say that because if I was a cop, I would do that. I would use my cuffs on you. Would you let me use my cuffs on you?
I don't know.
You know, I got some cuffs on you. You know, hold on.
All right, y'all. So that was the last one.
Yes! Unfortunately. But y'all know the drill, you feel me? Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure y'all follow us.
Yes.
At Fly Girls TV on IG and TikTok. Woo! Thank you so much for coming to our TED Talk.
Good night!